you certainly have a lot more time to dive into some of the self-scout and the tape. And then you have a lot more time to go back and work on some things. But you're not going to change your identity overnight, and not that you want to either, right? So what we've really tried to do over the last 4 weeks is focus on things that we've been successful doing, things that we feel like we can match up against Kentucky and move the ball and change field position and score points when we have those opportunities. So I feel like it's been a productive 4 weeks, but ultimately we'll find out on Saturday, somewhere a little bit after kickoff. We're going to tinker every year. Yeah, I mean, I think we got to make a lot of strides, right, between now and next season. So, we're always looking to improve, right? Do I have the answers to that question right now, what everything's going to look like next fall? No, I wish I did. I'll know more in January, then I'll know a lot more in February, and then I think once we start practicing in March and April, then we'll know a lot more. But that'll be an ongoing process all the way up until September 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I haven't gotten that far ahead, but whatever date that thing kicks off, it's going to be a long process here. The thing I always remember about Ivory when I think about his career is some of the unselfish things he's done. You think about some of the plays he's made on special teams. There's not enough guys anymore that have that mentality. And one thing that I really respect about Ivory and everything he's done here, he's always put the team first. And we're living in a world where that's getting a little bit harder to find. At the end of the day, if you're scoring points and you have the ability to run the football when it matters, you're going to have a chance to win football games. So when I look at big picture, macro, global thoughts, that's what we're looking at identity-wise. Able to sit up here and say, I don't know who our quarterback's going to be. We'll see on Saturday at kickoff. Now, I think we've pretty much made our mind up on what we're going to do Saturday. But the reality is, feel comfortable with both guys and feel like both guys can give us a chance to win the football game.
So you're really going to have to be eye discipline, and we're going to have to gang tackle. We're going to have to make sure that everybody's, gap integrity, and make sure that we leverage the ball and properly pursue to the ball.
It's just been awesome. Matt and I came on campus, the same day back in 2017, and we've really seen our relationship grow over the years, not just on the field but off the field as well, and obviously the same with Riley as well, and pretty much that whole room just. I feel like these past 2-3 years, the room has really came together. A lot of camaraderie in there. It's truly a brotherhood in there, and that's kind of a testament to how the way Coach Parker coaches us and brings us together too. Is that when we're in that room or on that field, we're all just thinking about football, and we're locked in and just trying to do what's best for each other.
Group here that I'm coaching here the last 2 or 3 years of very experienced guys, and I think it has a lot of resemblance of the same team of 2015, which was a pretty remarkable year for us, and obviously winning 10 games here, it has to do with a lot of the leadership in the back end and understanding what we have to do, and I think they've done a great job with that.
Their tendencies and the first thing that sticks out to you when you watch their film is just how disciplined and how consistent they are with their techniques and their coverage discipline, and little things from when they play certain coverages and certain down and distances have changed a little bit, but the same coverages that you've seen in the past with them are the same stuff that you're going to see this year and what we expect to see as well. So, obviously he's got the playmaking ability, he's got the agility, he's got the speed, and he's got just someone who I can trust throwing the ball to all around. So great player to have. And KJ, I played a little bit with him when I was there, but definitely very similar. And I think that just as KJ's had success at the next level, I think Wandell can too.
We know it's going to be a great challenge, a really physical Iowa offense. They've got a couple of different ways that they can beat you, but it all starts up front. And so we know we have to play physical. We know we have to try to create some turnovers. Obviously, they've got an incredible defense. They've been able to create a lot of turnovers that, last year we were able to create, and we were sort of in the upper echelon of creating turnovers last year. This year, not so much. But we've got to be able to make those opportunities count in this game. Obviously, not having, Goodson, is a difference for them. But they have running backs that have plenty of experience and have done some really good things. So I don't think anything really changes identity-wise for them in terms of how they're going to run the ball, how they're going to push it down the field. So I think that's really where they create some challenges for you. And it's a scheme that, in a world of spread offense, and that's how you sort of build your defense, now it's a little bit more old school. And you got to get physical and you got to get nasty.